This is Captain Goku of the USS Capsule Corp. We are prepared to engage the Borg. Hey guys, DB Right here, and I am back, continuing with, which I think is actually my personal favourite what if on this channel, and that is, what if Bardock stopped Lordfreeza? Fun little scenario that began when Goku convinced King Vegeta and Queen Cassava to unite the Saiyans in an all-out attack, ultimately saw Lordfreeza wiped out. Go figure. By utilizing the Great Ape transformation, transforming every Saiyan on the planet into Great Apes, all of them firing at maximum power, Frieza just could not survive the overwhelming power. And well, everything has been going pretty well for the Saiyan race since, even managing to take out King Cold when he came looking at, and getting rid of that treacherous King Vegeta who tried to sell out the Saiyan race, and basically almost got Bardock and his team killed. All due to the greed of a jealous king. After getting special permission from Queen Cassava, the queen of all Saiyans, Guinea was able to go to Earth and track down her missing son Kakarot, and actually got to spend some time with the boy and got to know her son pretty well. And she was there with him through the entire Tournament Saga, Red Ribbon Army Saga, pretty much all the way through to King Piccolo and Piccolo Jr., with Guinea having a few of her moments, ultimately deciding it was best that Kakarot actually stay off of Planet Vegeta and, and stay on Earth. It wasn't fair to take Kakarot back from this new family who have grown to love him. Let's face it, planet Earth needs a Saiyan around. This led to Guinea coming back to Planet Vegeta alone, having pretty much doubled her power level, up past the 1200-1300 mark, and able to show off her new power to her husband Bardock, who, let's face it, was still basically almost 300 times stronger than her, especially with Super Saiyan power. But Guinea actually beat her husband with less power due to the fact that her time on Earth allowed her to be able to raise and lower her power level whenever she wanted, concealing her energy and of course being able to sense energy as well. So she didn't need a scouter to track where Bardock was at all. Unlike Bardock, who every time Guinea got away from Bardock, Bardock had to use the scouter to pinpoint her location, and that actually led to Guinea getting a lot of good shots in on her husband. Saiyan training, bonding, this led to Bardock and Guinea having a somewhat romantic bond over the battle, and Guinea ends up pregnant with a third child, as per your vote, was indeed a girl, the first daughter, per the most liked suggestion from a previous what if. The child's name is Barne. The Saiyans have since faced an even worse threat that's come on the horizon in the form of Cooler, who has been reconquering the planets that the Saiyans have spent years liberating, and pretty much has been on a complete warpath towards the Saiyans. And no matter how much Bardock's foresight was showing him on what's going on, Bardock just ended up making a few mistakes, which ultimately ended up costing him his life, as well as his crew, and pretty much allowed Planet Vegeta to be conquered in the name of Cooler. Well, thanks to Guinea's quick thinking, they managed to get the new King Vegeta, the Vegeta we know and love, Raditz and Barne off-world, the instructions to find Kakarot and use the Dragon Balls to undo everything that Cooler has done. Some training in the Room of Spirit and Time. Pretty much everyone has hit the Super Saiyan barrier except for Barne. Barne has given Goku some hints that she might be the best chance they've got. Vegeta, Barne, along with most of the Dragon team, have left for Planet Vegeta and have now arrived on the planet, and now let's get into it. They arrive to find that Planet Vegeta has pretty much mostly been consumed by the Big Getty Star. So yes, the whole Big Getty Star thing has now happened, and we get Metal Cooler and his robot army, and that sort of chestnut plays out. When Goku, Barne and all that arrive, they're pretty much immediately greeted by the robot army of Cooler, and of course, Metal Cooler himself, one of the Metal Cooler bodies, and the battle pretty much begins from there, with most of the Dragon team fighting off the robots and Goku and Vegeta fighting with Metal Cooler. It's pretty much a very similar fashion to what goes down in the Return of Cooler movie. Raditz and Barne actually run into someone that has really terrified them. It is Gine, but it's not Gine. It is Gine in a metal body. Metal Gine. But Barne is absolutely heartbroken seeing her mother like this, and Raditz doesn't know what to think about this. But then, Gine, or Meta Gine, powers up to Super Saiyan. DB Rai, how would Cooler know about how to trigger the Super Saiyan transformation? How is this happening? This is crazy! Unsubscribe! Let me assure you that Gine going Super Saiyan right now has nothing really to do with Cooler. Well, yes and no, really. Cooler would have no idea how to activate the Super Saiyan transformation, nor would he be able to program it. No, this is all due to the fact that any part of Gine that's still in this mind-controlled Borg-like version of Gine that still has some sense, it is the rage that she is being forced to fight her own children that has triggered this Super Saiyan transformation. And well, that is going... At the moment, that transformation is helping Cooler at the moment because she is mopping the floor with Raditz. Raditz is hesitating. It's his mother. So, yeah, you got Raditz who's hesitating, and he's just doing his best just to try to keep himself alive, and Barne is just absolutely terrified. She doesn't want to fight her mother at all, and and she's taken a few hits from her mother also, and she's terrified. She's hiding in some of the ruins, some of the leftover cities from Planet Vegeta. That leftover rubble. Barney's sort of cowering under there and crying. After all, she's still just a little girl at this point. No more older than Gohan. But Gohan, along with Piccolo and Krillin, even Tien and Yamcha, they are doing their bits battling the army, and Goku and Vegeta are, of course, struggling to battle one Meta Cooler. They do eventually get to the point where they defeat that Meta Cooler, but then they're surrounded by the rest of them and are ultimately captured by the Meta Coolers. Same with everyone else, with the robot army. The rest of them end up captured. The only ones that are still out in the opening battling right now are Raditz and Gine, and Barne is still in hiding amongst the rubble. Raditz is not doing too well. He could die at any second now. He is losing energy fast battling with his mother, and Raditz's heart is not in it. Just like Barne's heart isn't in it. And I guarantee if we had Goku battling her, same thing would basically happen. Barne just sort of whimpering and cowering behind there. I'm sorry, Raditz. I wish I was stronger. I'm sorry, Mother. I wish I could free you. I could just do something. I wish I was stronger. And this is where a change happens within Barne. Does she break the Super Saiyan barrier? Actually, no. She actually skips a chapter. Actually goes right into Legendary Super Saiyan, or Berserker Super Saiyan. What Broly had in the original Legendary Super Saiyan movie, or a better example would be Kale from Dragon Ball Super. Barne has transformed into Legendary Super Saiyan. Uh-oh! We're in trouble now. Because as we know, when you hit that transformation, it's very, very overwhelming. Super Saiyan Meta Gine is coming in for the final blow to finish off Raditz, when suddenly Barne gets in between him and just catches Gine's hand. Give me my mother back! And Barne is just wailing on Gine and going on one big epic offensive on Gine and basically knocking her down to the ground. And Barne's still in tears, and she is just ripping off these metal cybernetic placements that Cooler had implanted in Gine, stripping all that metal down till you get basically just regular Gine in a regular Saiyan armor, and she's left basically knocked out, while Barne is going on a bit of a toddler tantrum. Just like in the basic, most adorable fashion. She's just blasting at the Getty Star that's pretty much engulfed the planet, going, "You did all this! You go away! Go away!" And she's just constantly firing these powered ki blasts, which isn't really that good considering all the good guys are in there at the moment. Eventually, Gine does come to, and she's able to calm her little daughter down, and legendary Super Saiyan transformation wears off, and she's back to playing to her base form, and she's just crying in her mother's arm. And Raditz, of course, joining with them, and they're having like a bit of a family group hug down there. At this point, Raditz then presses the button on his scouter and tells Kami, "Do it now!" Because remember, Vegeta left Kami a scouter, so Kami could make Vegeta's wish on the Dragon Balls at the right moment. This is the right moment, now that they have a fighting chance. Kami, meanwhile on Earth, unleashes the Eternal Dragon. "Shenron, I wish for you to undo everything that the Tyrant Cooler has done. Can you do this?" "I don't know, but I will try." Whoop. And it actually does work. But DB Rai, you're talking about bringing almost an entire galaxy worth of planets and people. This wouldn't work, would it? Actually, it would. Ultimately, in terms of everyone that Cooler has killed, it's not really that much higher, if not the same as what Frieza did on Planet Namek. Because remember, these planets that Cooler conquered were ones that the Saiyan race reconquered to get the Frieza Force off these planets. As for the races that this planet belonged to, there wasn't a whole lot of them left. After what the Saiyans did to them initially when they conquered the planet in the name of Frieza, as well as what the Frieza Force did to these enslaved races, completely abusing their power. Really, all those planets that they reconquered, it was basically the population of one. The only excess strain that this is draining on Shenron is bringing back the planets. And he's just able to make that wish come true. And of course, this brings back all the Saiyans that Cooler had wiped out during this whole incident, which was about 50% of them, including Bardock's crew. And the Saiyans that died during Cooler's invasion of Planet Vegeta have been brought back, and they are all commencing one huge final assault. This time, it's Cooler caught with his pants down, and the whole trying to drain the Super Saiyans, Vegeta and Goku, of his energy goes down as per normal, with Getty Star pretty much becoming ready to self-destruct. Sentient consciousness of Cooler, the one that's absorbed by the Getty Star, and at time of it trying to stop that, and this is where things really cool happen here, because Goku and Vegeta aren't quite as strong as they are in the Return of Cooler movie, where they best Metal Cooler and stop the Getty Star. So they're actually on the point of dying, and this is where Bardock shows up. Bardock shows up with a vengeance, powered up, and of course the Zenkai booster being brought back by the dragon. Both father and son together unleash a combined Ki Blast attack and take out the sentient conscious of Cooler and pretty much the rest of the Getty Star. With it, all the other robots and robot armies self-destructing and all the Meta Cooler bodies being destroyed, the good guys are able to evacuate and get out of there before the Getty Star blows up. And you got Bardock flying Goku and Vegeta out at full power, so everyone's pretty much a-okay there. The Saiyan race are all thankful towards the Dragon team of what they've done, and they pretty much form into a permanent alliance with Planet Vegeta. And with Bulma's work on the ship, pretty much the Saiyans can come back and forth from Planet Vegeta to Earth whenever they want. Now, why would the Saiyans be doing this? Well, they've all heard about Earth's delicacies from Guinea, so all the Saiyans are willing to go down there and give these delicacies a try. Since, after all, it's only a week trip to Planet Earth and Planet Vegeta now, why not? Saiyans could have their little space vacations there and eat out, You know, Capsule Corp is big enough to house a whole bunch of Saiyans. Capsule Corp is basically like a big Saiyan hotel to them. And as for the family of Goku's Saiyan family, they actually decide to move to Earth permanently to be a part of Goku's family. This includes Raditz, Bardock, Guinea, Barne. They do like to visit their home planet every once in a while because, Barne does love her Uncle Nappa and helping him out with his garden. As for King Vegeta, our Vegeta, he would pretty much rule over the Saiyan planet, but he does like to come over to Earth, get some trading sessions in with Bardock and the rest of the Sun family, as well as, of course, he's taken quite a liking to Bulma. And things seem pretty well nice and prosperous until another enemy rears his ugly head. And who is this enemy? King Seda. Now, who exactly is King Seda? Well, King Seda is actually one of my characters, and basically I wanted to use him in this what if. He's basically filling in the blank of Cyborg Frieza. How Cyborg Frieza originally would have come to Earth during this time, made his presence known, get his revenge on Goku and whatnot, but because all of them are taken out, we don't have that. So we can squeeze in another bad guy here. One of my own bad guys, and I figure, why not? Let's have a little fun here. Because as per your vote, you wanted the Android Saga. Ideally, this video would have actually concluded with the whole Cooler thing, but because you wanted the Android Saga, we need some filler space to fill. So King Seda, you're up. Do us proud. So there we have it. And Seda is actually significantly powerful. He's actually powerful enough that he could take on Super Saiyans. What exactly is King Seda's deal? He just wants to expand his own empire. He's basically trying to become the next Frieza. Already taken over his own planet for hostile means. He wants to do the rest to other planets. As for the Dragon team, they are basically suppressing their power levels and trying to get a better understanding of what this guy is about. But before they can, King Seda is interrupted by a mysterious stranger. Someone who looks sort of familiar to everyone else, but in a Capsule Corp jacket. Someone just very familiar. It is Future Barne. And I think that is actually where we're going to leave things for now. So what do you guys think? Do you like that we got Future Barne instead of Future Trunks? with this. After all, this is what you guys voted for. You wanted the Android Saga, and you guys are going to get it. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get this discussion going. Alright, this is DB Rice signing off. Catch you later.